after my career, I had just retired. I met my husband. We got married. I kind of went through so many different things in that period of just like vanity and trying to figure out what my identity was after professional athletics. And I was just so like centered and absorbed, just trying to figure out how to like fit into the culture. We were married for a year, 2 years, accidentally got pregnant for the first time and had a miscarriage at 10 or 11 weeks. And I remember that truly just kind of changed the course of my life, and my husband's life. One, I didn't know enough about like fertility and just like anything. We hadn't gone down that route.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that it was like a common thing. I didn't know that was kind of something that happened so frequently. And it just spiraled me in a very bad way to thinking that like the eating disorders I had and the yo-yo dieting I had done and like the whatever, I blamed myself so horribly. And the beautiful that came out of it was it changed every thought I had ever had in my life to, I just wanted to be a better person. The second I got pregnant, I knew I wanted to be a mom. I had like the switch had flipped and I was just like, this is what I want to be because this is the greatest feeling I've ever felt in my entire life. When I found out, I was terrified. I bawled hysterically for like 3 days because I didn't know how to digest it. But I was immediately a mom and I just wanted that feeling so bad. But I had all these like thoughts of guilt of like, did I, hurt my body like bad enough to where I'll never have kids? And it was just a long journey to get through, but I feel like it somehow in an instant, and I want to be very careful here, changed my perspective on my body and food, which was beautiful. It was not about me anymore. It was actually about a baby. Yep. And so for the first time in my life, I felt like all the struggles I had with food and body image and stuff went away. And yeah, it just kind of put me on a trajectory and a path that was so much brighter. And I had spent so much of my life in professional athletics thinking about nothing but myself. And so being able to so wholeheartedly think about someone else and like this little person was really exciting. So it was devastating. We were really sad, but it also set us up to, I became healthier and stronger and more confident and more carefree in such a beautiful way, but found my purpose kind of as a mama and I loved it.
Okay. Incredible.
Yeah.
First off, incredible. It makes me want to sob. Tell me what the impact that had on you and raising now a daughter, how that has transformed the way that you want to parent your daughter in helping her go through, because we have 5 daughters between the both of us. And so we've talked about the eating disorder, body image struggles so many times about how do we raise these girls. Tell us about how that has transformed the way that you want to raise your daughter as well.
Oh my gosh. Well, 5 girls scares the crap out of me.
Scares us too. Don't worry.
I was surprised with our first baby. We didn't find out till we had her. Aww. And when they announced that we had a girl, I was like, oh gosh, like, how do I do this? Yeah. I will start by saying, I feel like our girls, there are so many things that they are going to be faced with that we never had to deal with social media and just like so many things. But I do think something in their favor is we are truly in a generation of education for probably the first time in a very, very long time or ever. I feel like our generation as girls, we are always raised with like, don't eat that. I can't explain why, but just don't eat that, or it's going to make you look a bad way, or you're going to gain weight, which is such a bad thing. We also grew up in a culture where women didn't work out to be strong. They worked out to lose weight. And I think our girls are very lucky to now grow up in a generation of the PVL, where they actually see really cool, strong women who are working out because they love it and they get to play and they get to enjoy what their bodies can do. So I think already they're light years ahead of us and what we all had to go through with just marketing and social media and society. In regards to raising my daughter, though, it's just been education. I've tried very, very hard, which is very hard to be a role model in the sense of like, I don't look at myself in a bad way in the mirror. I don't say anything bad about myself in front of her, even if I try not to ever, but there's no bad comments on bodies or other bodies. Or we also talk about everybody's different and they should be different. And we all look different and we're all different sizes for a purpose and a reason. And then I just teach her about food in the sense of my daughter could sit here and actually tell you that like broccoli will help make her muscles stronger so she can ice skate faster. Sugar tastes yummy and she can have it for sure. But if she has too much of it, her belly's going to hurt. And she's actually learned that the hard way. So I think just kind of teaching the purpose of it rather than the vanity of it is how we're going about it. But I don't know. I could be screwing it up too.